One northern Michigan town has an average price point of $331,000, and another has an average price point of $1.5 million. I've lived in northern Michigan my whole life, and I have seen it all. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you the most affordable parts of northern Michigan, and also the most luxurious parts of northern Michigan. Hi, I'm TJ Shimmick, a real estate agent here up in northern Michigan. This channel is all about northern Michigan real estate. So subscribe if you haven't, and if you're thinking about moving to this area, give me a call, and I'll personally help you out. So let's jump into the first most affordable part of northern Michigan. The first affordable town here in northern Michigan is going to be Grand, Michigan. With a population of just 824, the average home price is $331,000. Grand sits nestled just 10 to 20 minutes south of Traverse City. So even for this lower price point, you have a great amount of accessibility into the city and everything around it. Just a 5 or 10 minute drive from Grand, you have access to 3 major lakes here. You have Silver Lake, you have Long Lake, and you have Green Lake. They're all public lakes. You can go swim, you can go enjoy the beaches, just 5 to 10 minutes away from Grand. So if you're looking for a starter home, this might be the perfect place to start with your perfect slice of northern Michigan. For example, take a look at this house for $259,900. You get a 2-bed, 2-bath ranch home with a little over 1,300 square feet and looks to be a nice little ranch home. And is a great starter home with anybody with this kind of budget. You get access to all the lake living, the trails, the outdoors, and the accessibility to Traverse City. You can't beat it. If you're looking for something a little bit more up to date, check out the Lakewood Trails by Rock Creek Homes. These are all new builds that are going to be coming on the market. The buildable plans start at about $360,000 right now. Again, these start out maybe a little bit smaller at 1,100 square feet, but some options go up to all the way to 1,800 square feet. So if you're looking for a really affordable way to get into northern Michigan, then Grand might be the place for you. Let me give you 2 more affordable towns before we jump into the luxury. Next is going to be none other than Honor, Michigan. Honor, Michigan is going to be a little ways to the west of Grand. So now we're in Benzie County, and the average price here in Honor is going to be around $386,000. The amenities here are going to be your proximity to Platte Lake and Crystal Lake. You also have the Cherry Bowl Drive-In Theater, which is a great local attraction, and a bunch of mom and pop great restaurants downtown. And don't forget Honor Market, a wonderful grocery store, and if you're looking at kayaking or tubing, check out the Platte River. There's currently a listing in Honor for under $200,000. It's 1,017 square feet and just 2 beds and 1 bathroom. But again, if you're looking for your slice of northern Michigan and working on a limited budget, this might be the perfect place for you. Another one at about double the price of that is still an affordable listing here in Honor, is a 2-bed, 2-bath home, 1,900 square feet at $383,000. This one's a little bit more updated, has a little bit more land, and it has a walkout basement. But to all those people that say you can't find anything in northern Michigan for less than $500,000, here's a couple options. And not only that, towns like Honor, Michigan offer amazing appreciation. But towns like Honor, Michigan make it a lot more easy to invest. If you look at the Zillow Home Index, you can see that it has doubled in the last 7 to 8 years. That is absolutely astounding, going from $200,000 to $400,000 in that short amount of time. Which takes us to our next affordable hotspot of Cedar, Michigan. Now the average home price here in Cedar is $514,000 according to Zillow. But this number is skewed extremely high because it actually touches Lake Leelanau and includes homes on Lake Leelanau, even though Cedar proper does not touch Lake Leelanau. As you can see on this map, Cedar is right in the middle of Leelanau County, which is why a lot of people call it the heart of Leelanau County. It takes less than half an hour to get into Traverse City from here, and within 15 to 20 minutes, you really have unlimited access to Leelanau County, which includes those trails, the beaches, the wine, and all the lakes. 2 places I'd like to highlight right in the heart of Cedar, Michigan is the Cedar Tavern, which has great local fare. They just started smoking meat on Saturdays, which is great food. Then there's Bunting Cedar Market as well, which is a little town IGA, literally is a full grocery store, and they have their own smokehouse and fresh meats. To show you what you can afford here in Cedar, take a look at this listing, which is listed at $327,500. For that price point, you get 3 beds, 3 bathrooms, and 1,300 square feet, and it's new construction. So yes, a lot of northern Michigan has doubled in price over the last 5 to 8 years. And yes, there are a lot of listings that are multi-millions of dollars, but you can still find amazing 3-bed, 3-bath new builds here in northern Michigan for just over $300,000. The key is you just need to know where to look. But those multi-million dollar listings do exist, which takes us to our first luxurious hotspot. Go north a little bit of Traverse City up to Bay Harbor, Michigan, where the median listing home price is $1.5 million. This is a small strip of land right to the west of Petoskey. If you see the screenshot of the strip of land that is all Bay Harbor, you'll see the listings and the prices right on top of them. You see some homes for just under $1 million, a little over $1 million, $4 million, all the way up to $13 million. Let's take a look at that $13 million listing. 6194 Bay Ridge Drive, listed by Wally Kidd, is a beautiful 6-bedroom, 6.5 bathroom, over 10,000 square foot house. And really, this one has all the bells and whistles. First, it has that waterfront view. I mean, look at this picture of the view from the deck. And it has all modern finishes with the highest quality appliances everywhere you look. This is the cream of the crop of real estate here in northern Michigan. Now, one order of luxury magnitude down, there's this home at $1.55 million. This is a 5-bed, 5.5 bathroom home with 4,900 square feet. And this is still going to be very spacious and luxurious living near the water. So for around $1.5 million, you're nestled in this community of Bay Harbor that has its own tasting room. It has these beautiful, luxurious restaurants. But if you want to venture out a little bit, just a few minutes and miles to the east, you hit Petoskey, which has a beautiful old school downtown with a lot more affordable living and restaurants. This next luxurious hotspot is going to be a little bit closer to home for me. We take you back to Leelanau County and Glen Arbor, Michigan. So according to Zillow, the average home price is $612,000. Now those aren't the super luxury numbers that we were looking at before, but it's because in Glen Arbor, Michigan, you have such beautiful lakefront properties. So one of the interesting things about Glen Arbor is you have these beautiful waterfront properties, and you have some condos and some that actually have fractional ownership. So if you search homes for sale in Glen Arbor, Michigan, you might see these two side by side. The listing on the left for just under $2 million, you actually get the full 2,500 square foot home if you buy it. The one on the right, not only is it only 700 square feet, so it's a fractional ownership, so you only get to use the condo certain times a year for a total of 6 weeks. So that $145,000 is really bringing down the Glen Arbor average. In fact, if you look on Zillow and just look at single family homes, that average bumps up to about $900,000. Now, Glen Arbor is a fantastic place to live. Not only do you have Big Glen Lake and Little Glen Lake for fishing and all the water sports in the summer, you have ice fishing too in the winter. You can go to dozens of restaurants all around the Glen Arbor area and access to the Sleeping Bear Dunes. And if Lake Michigan is of interest, there's multiple beaches to visit as well. Let's dive into one particular listing in Glen Arbor. This one is listed at $3.95 million. And this is the type of luxury waterfront property that people are going crazy for. 4 beds and 5 baths with plenty of space at 4,000 square feet. And this one even features 90 feet of water frontage on Big Glen Lake. And here's a picture of that highly coveted dock, and as you can see, Alligator Hill in the background. This really is the quintessential home here in Glen Arbor, and it's only 5 minutes from town. So for $4 million, you get access to the Glen Lake waterfront, you get access to Glen Arbor and the towns around it like Empire, the Sleeping Bear Dunes, and you get plenty of space for your family and for people to visit. And for the final luxury hotspot, we're going to take it home to Traverse City, Michigan. Now don't be misguided by the Zillow average of $437,000, because this sprawls a lot past Traverse City proper and gets out into those areas where the price point is going to be much lower. But here you'll find some of that more luxurious urban style living. You have all the access to the outdoors just like all the other towns, but you get all the access to way more shops, way more restaurants, and of course, downtown Traverse City. And you get listings like this, which is a beautiful townhome for $1.1 million. 2 beds, 3 baths, and 1,400 square feet. And most importantly, you can walk to everything in downtown Traverse City. And then within a 5 to 10 minute drive, you have access to all those outdoor activities as well. One more property that I want to highlight is this next house for $5.1 million. This is going to be the northern Michigan opulence that you will find in Traverse City. This one is a mansion with 4 beds, 7 baths, 6,300 square feet. It's got a pool overlooking Lake Michigan and a whopping 150 feet of private Lake Michigan frontage. So if you're thinking about moving to northern Michigan, give me a call, no matter the price point. I've sold plenty of multi-million dollar properties, but I also sell lots of land for $30,000. No matter the need, I'm here to help you. I really hope this video was informative as to what you can really afford here in northern Michigan, as well as the grand lifestyle that this place has to offer. Hey, Hey, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next video.